Hi, I'm Bob Neubauer, editor of In-Plant Graphics magazine, and I am at Drupa, the largest graphic arts trade show in the world. I'm standing outside right now in the area in between the 19 or so halls filled with printing equipment. All kinds of things going on around me, trucks moving things in. All the halls are starting to fill up with people here on the first day of Drupa, so let me take you inside and show you what it's all about. The first thing you notice when you walk the halls at Drupa is how many companies you have never heard of in your life. This one's my favorite. You also see a lot of unfamiliar equipment. The Sunmaster 54F, whatever that is. And there is Beefabee's equipment doing something or other. The Sanwa TRP 1060SV right across from this label printer from a company called Remeli. But there are plenty of familiar companies too among the 1900 or so exhibitors. My Drupa journey started the day before the event when Heidelberg held a big press conference.
A new class in perfecting technology. In the early 90s, Heidelberg ventured into the first 4/4 presses.
This was followed by a reception and dinner for journalists that drew some of the industry's major editors and consultants and featured plenty of Dusseldorf's alt beer.
Roast! But what we want to express this time for Heidelberg is a different Heidelberg than what you have seen in 2004.
It was different. This is actually the entertainment after the Heidelberg dinner.
GCG exists,
Press conferences were a big part of Drupa for me. Unfortunately, none of the meeting rooms were very well air-conditioned, and it was muggy.
And we've been able,
From there, I would head back to one of the halls to try to see a booth or two, only to have to hurry back to another press conference an hour later. And if it happened to be raining, well, it could turn into a long, wet walk. Well, I've been staying somewhat dry under these connecting tubes that connect the various halls, but it's still drizzling out there, and I have to race to a press conference. Almost there. Just a half mile to go. Well, I'm dry on the outside anyway. Whew. The other journalists file in for this Epson press conference.
Good morning.
good morning.
And thank you everyone for coming. We've got a few more than we expected, so thank you.
Well, being hot is just a part of the journalist's life at Drupa. Well, some of the vendors, like EFI, are kind enough to supply us poor, lowly journalists with food, and that's always a big draw. And beer, which is an even bigger draw. But there's a long line. Well, I ran into Clint Bolte here, whom many of you know. Hey, Clint.
Good morning.
So have you seen anything interesting here at Drupa?
I've been here a day and a half already, and again, a leading Drupa with amazing innovations for small printers, from consumables to finishing equipment to some interesting things. Not American vendors, not American manufacturers, but throughout the world. This place is attracting vendors throughout the world, many of which this is their first Drupa, so it's just amazing. It's exciting.
Well, I'm here with my colleague Mark Michelson, editor of Printing Impressions magazine. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Bob.
So how many Drupas is this for you?
This is number 6 for me, actually.
Anything different about this one?
Well, what's amazing to me is I really thought after the last Drupa with all the industry consolidation that this one would be smaller, but believe it or not, it's even bigger than before.
Then, stuffed with food and drink, it was time for the EFI press conference.
Industry experts about what's going to be the focus of the next Drupa.
After that, it was back on the show floor for me. Shanghai Electric, Beckhoff. There's a familiar name, Baum. While all this was going on inside, a lot of people were enjoying themselves outside. I had no time for that, though. Xerox was waiting, and they had an iGen 4 to unveil.
Xerox created the digital printing revolution at Drupa 2000. We solidified our leadership at Drupa 2004. and we're expanding it in a big way at Drupa 2008. They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Well, we're feeling very flattered these days.
The iGen 4 offers new features and functionality, resulting in increased production capacity of 25 to 35%.
HP was next, debuting its inkjet web press. Indigo founder Benny Landa even said a few words.
The reality is that graphic arts is the fastest growing business in all of HP.
At the end of the day, HP was kind enough to have a reception for us journalists, and of course I had to attend. Well, I survived day one, so I'm back for another day, dressed a little more coolly today, hoping I'll have some time to check out a few more pieces of equipment at the show. Heidelberg had 2 entire halls, and they were always packed. These stuffed deer were all over the exhibit, highlighting Heidelberg's green initiatives. Maury's presentation on its Lithro S40 was pretty well attended. KBA had an 8-unit Rapido 142 press. The new Ryobi 1050. Epson had some new wide format options like the GS 6000 8-color using Eco Solvent ink. Well, I've joined the lunchtime diners here. I've got my my bratwurst, my potato salad, and a traditional German beverage. And hey, life's good. Then it's back to work, threading through the crowds to check out EFI's wide format ViewTech printers and Jetreon label printers. PressTech was getting the chemistry-free CTP message out and drawing attention with its DI presses.
From a product portfolio standpoint, I feel as good about our portfolio, and I feel very comfortable that we can go up against any company in this industry.
Hey, I'm here with my friend Doug Picklick. He's editor of Canadian Printer. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Bob.
What's going on here at Drupa? Anything interesting?
Oh, there's lots of exciting things going on. We're seeing all kinds of new inkjet technologies. I think that's, people said that's what is going to be happening here at Drupa, and I think that is what's happening. We're seeing companies like Fuji and Epson and tons of new inkjet technologies.
Yep. Speaking of inkjets, Osei showed its Jetstream 2200 for the first time, printing at 714 feet a minute using the inkjet process. It was sure drawing a lot of attention at the show. Osei also showed its ColorStream 10,000, designed for the graphic arts. For black and white printing, Osei showed a product demo of the VariaPrint 4120, the new Illumina 502 from Zante, and also the Illumina 3D from Zante with 3D printing capabilities. InfoPrint Solutions celebrated its first year of existence with a reception. One of the big Drupa traditions is to head down to Dusseldorf's Altstadt, or Old Town, where you can hang out at an outdoor table, drinking beer or eating dinner and watching the crowds go by.